Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Alden LaCroix.
Real quick before we get to weather, we have a traffic alert for you folks. It's on Highway 126 between Walton and Mapleton. That's westbound lanes. All lanes, in fact, are closed right there just west of Walton. So just use a ulterior route if you can. We'll have updates on that as it progresses. As far as weather goes, let's get into those details because we have a busy week ahead. And the first things first, another 20-degree morning expected tomorrow. And this morning we managed to get down into the teens for both Roseburg, areas of Eugene, even some isolated valley locations up into the foothills as well. Now, rain is expected to arrive with our main atmospheric river. That is going to head in on Friday. We are talking about wind and rain accompanied with that. That's also going to proceed into Saturday as well. And then our snow chances for next week are actually growing. We are trending colder and wetter into next week. We still have to fine tune that forecast, but it looks like anytime after Monday all the way through next week has multiple opportunities of at least a dusting of snow on the valley floor. We are going to be watching that very closely. Of course, that can change greatly, as you know, in the next 2 to 3 days. But at this point, we are colder than what we were yesterday, so we are trending toward that direction. High pressure in place right now, clear skies across the northwest. You can see a little bit of cloud cover offshore, and believe it or not, that's our storm system getting its act together. Doesn't look too impressive right now. You can see it's spinning in the northern Pacific, but it's actually going to be tapping into some tropical moisture and bringing us an atmospheric river set for Friday, and that's actually going to linger into Saturday as well. And it's all going to be rain for valleys, coasts, all the way through the weekend, but next week is when we're expecting the change, and we'll time out those details. All right, 8 o'clock tonight, already back down to 32 degrees. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be dipping to likely around 22, 23 degrees. I think these models are a little warmer than what we were expecting because it was certainly a lot colder this morning. As we kind of move into Wednesday afternoon, we're going to be back into the 50s tomorrow afternoon. We got pretty darn close today, but most locations will be back to that tomorrow afternoon. Thursday morning, cloud cover increases and eventually the rain returns. This is a pre-front that's going to move in Thursday night. You can see by 11 o'clock, but watch as we head into Friday. Rain settles in across the valley, and eventually that will lower snow levels as well. But as you can see, it is going to be all rain through the weekend. Eventually toward next week is when we're expecting the change. You can see the shade of pink by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is when we are expecting a brief transition, and we are going to be watching that very closely. In fact, you can see the lowering snow levels into next week, especially by Sunday and Monday, as levels possibly drop down to the valley floor. We are obviously going to be watching that very closely. All right, real quick at the Central Coast, we'll have a complete look at that 7-day forecast coming up.